Today we are diving into the underappreciated, underrated niche fragrances. Hi everyone, I'm Jolima from Scented Moments channel, where I help you to discover the amazing world of perfumery. In this video I have 10 niche fragrances. Some are more expensive, others are more affordable, especially in the online discounters, but all of these are criminally underrated, especially in the fragrance community and more so in the real world outside this fragrance community. So I really hope that with this video I will help you to discover some amazing hidden gems. And in no specific order, so the first fragrance that I have here from the house of Ramon Monegal, and Ramon Monegal in general, yeah, I think it's an underrated niche brand within the fragrance community. He has some fragrances that are more popular than others, definitely, but this one specifically, I've been talking about this non-stop since it was released. I already did a review of it also, and this one is none other than Faisa. I love Faisa. Faisa definitely needs more love. This is a very complex, opulent, rich, sweet fragrance. This one has oud, that's sweet raspberry rose with lots of mimosa, saffron, amber, vanilla, you name it. You have a lot of creamy, sweet fruitiness with some spices, with oud, and man, this is glorious. And if there is a color that would capture the scent, it's definitely yellow. This really transmits this for me, and I already said this before, it feels like you're being touched by the first sunlights right in the morning. It's how this feels to me. It's very warm, very addicting, and the performance is huge. It's really a strong perfume, and you really need to go easy on the trigger with this one. Check this one out if you have yet to. It's Faisa by Ramon Monegal. The next fragrance, this is from House of Papillon Artisan Perfumes, also a fantastic niche slash indie brand. This one is amazing. It's like a modern chypre fragrance. It is Dryad. I don't know if you spell it Dryad or Dryad. Let me know in the comments down below how you pronounced Dryad or Dryad. But this one is such a marvel. This is chypre. This is for the chypre lovers out there. But this is like a modern chypre, like I said initially. This is very green, bitter galbanum with this bitter orange, lots of florals in here, and it's so herbaceous, mossy, and really captures the vintage nuances, this mossy green vintage nuance of the old chypres, but with a soft edge. It has a softness into it, which I love. This really has a sensuality into it. Like there is like a vanillic sweetness in here that makes this fragrance really sensual. I love this one. Dryad is really a fantastic modern chypre fragrance that I highly advise you to check out, but check this house out in the end. It's Papillon Artisan Perfumes Dryad. Next fragrance, this is from House of Rania J, another underrated brand, I would say, and I love Rania J creations, and this one is one of her most daring perfumes, and it is Habanero. This is a 50 ml eau de parfum. Nowadays you have also a 100 ml bottles, but actually I think you just need 50 ml. This is very potent, and usually Rania J fragrances are potent, are strong, and are daring, with a couple of exceptions. But this one is definitely, if not the most daring one of Habanero. So you have this wet black tobacco leaves with oud. So it's a bit animalic, with also leather and frankincense. This is really like a resinous, balsamic, tobacco and emalic fragrance. Intense, powerful, and not for the faint of heart. A fantastic creation here. If you're searching for a more daring, unusual tobacco fragrance, highly advise you to check this one out. Habanero by Rania J. And the next fragrance from Baruti, a fantastic indie brand from Netherlands. This fragrance, I think it had some attention like years ago, like over a decade ago. But nowadays, I think it's really under the radar, and it's a great tea fragrance. It is Baruti's Chai. Chai is really like a spicy, milky tea that it's done to perfection. It definitely smoky, like incensey. It has some balsamic and resinous nuances. It's a very complex scent, no doubt, but the main accord here and the main image is really this spicy chai latte, which is smoky with some balsamic nuances, some resins. It's a full-bodied, like black smoked spicy tea fragrance. Absolutely love this one. Love this one. Natural smelling scent, potent as well. This is an extrait de parfum, 30 ml. It's all you need. Also, nowadays, and I think it was released last year, Baruti now has eau de parfum concentrations of all of his perfumes, including Chai. I do prefer the extrait though. I prefer the intensity of the extrait. But if you want something more smooth, something more tamed, go with the eau de parfum concentration of Chai. But definitely check this one out if especially you're searching for like a different and more realistic tea fragrance. The next fragrance, this is from House of Amouage. Yes, and Amouage has quite a few underrated perfumes, and I think this one is definitely one of them, if not the most underrated fragrance from Amouage that it's available currently, and is none other than Beloved Man. Beloved Man, oh, it's so elegant. This is really elegance in a bottle. This is like the older version, the older brother of Reflection Man, I would say. And this one, it's so elegant, so effortless. This fragrance is spicy, very spicy, lots of cardamom in here, a bit creamy. You have this alamy resin that is also very prominent, floral, and bit sweet. The difference when I compare this with Reflection Man, I mean, they are very different, but they are both fresh and both spicy fragrances. I mean, Reflection Man is definitely more powdery, and it has a more of a sharp sweetness. And here, the sweetness here, it's a more resinous, more soft sweetness. And the cardamom is for me the most sensual, the most sexy, spicy note that there is in perfumery. And here is an overdose of cardamom. Aromatic, creamy, bit incensey, balsamic, sweet resins. I mean, absolutely love this one. Extremely elegant, very long lasting. The projection is not amazing. It's not, at least, and this is like the current formulation of Beloved Man. So, I mean, the projection is really not great. I mean, but it lasts. It will last you the entire day. For sure. Again, effortless, quiet luxury, done to perfection. Amouage Beloved Man. Check this one out if you have yet to, especially if we are into Amouage fragrances. The next fragrance, this is from House of Lorenzo Villoresi, and this is a very underrated Italian house. He has a lot of fantastic hidden gems. This is one of them, and it is one of my favorite sandalwood perfumes. It is Sandalo. So Sandalo is a realistic, creamy, slightly sweet sandalwood. Oh, it's so good. And it's basically all that you will get, with some white florals in here. It has a bit of a jasmine in here as well, but the most prominent note, as the name implies, is sandalwood. And it is really a realistic, creamy sandalwood. So addicting. Absolutely love this one. One of the best sandalwood fragrances out there currently. Eau de toilette concentration, but this one will last you also the entire day. You can even go more heavy on the spray because it will not choke you. And really, it's such a calm, soothing, and sensual sandalwood. Absolutely love this one. Lorenzo Villoresi Sandalo. Check this one out if you love sandalwood fragrances. Next fragrance, it's from house of Jacques Fath, and Jacques Fath is actually also a very underrated niche brand from Paris, France. And actually, Jacques Fath has amazing hidden gems for an affordable price retail. I mean, the 100 ml are 134 euros. So when you are comparing with other luxury niche brands, I mean, it's really not badly priced, I would say, especially considering the quality and the uniqueness of Jacques Fath fragrances. This one is one of them. It was released last year actually, and for me was one of the best releases and discoveries for me of last year, and it is Vetiver Gris. Vetiver Gris is a wonderful, unique vetiver. This is like a green, earthy vetiver with hazelnut, like a creamy, nutty hazelnut with a salty, watery feel into it. It's hard to explain. This one, yeah, it really has like a watery saltiness, or an airy, salty quality with this green, earthy vetiver and a creamy hazelnut accord. Oh man, it's so good. Very unique in my opinion. I mean, if you love sycamore, because sycamore for me also has like a nuttiness in it, but this is like a more airier, more versatile version of sycamore, more playful, I would say, because of this airy saltiness. And I absolutely love this one. Vetiver Gris, really, it's a very solid vetiver fragrance. This is a parfum concentration, so really performance is not an issue here. Check this one out if you are into vetivers and if you want a unique yet versatile vetiver with lasting power. Vetiver Gris might be one that you want to try. Again, Vetiver Gris by Jacques Fath, amazing vetiver fragrance. The next fragrance, this is from the house of Naomi Goodsir, and Naomi Goodsir, it's another underrated niche brand in my opinion, and this one specifically might be her most underrated perfume, maybe. It is currently my favorite, or at least I'm completely obsessed at this moment by this iris fragrance, and this one is Iris Cendré. Iris Cendré, it's so good. What an iris perfume this is. This is a realistic three-dimensional iris, very earthy, dusty iris with this fruity tangerine on top and like a soft suede leather, dry, woodsy accords in the base. So good. You have also a bit of a violet leaves in here, like it has a bit of a ozonic mineral aspect, but definitely iris is the most prominent note, and it's just done to perfection. Extremely elegant, very refined, and it smells like a vintage fragrance, but done into the modern days, like a modern vintage, if that makes sense. So good, really. If you love iris, please do yourself a favor and try Iris Cendré. I'm completely obsessed by this iris. Really, I love iris. I think iris is that note that it's elegant. It's an effortless fragrance note. It's elegant, it's refined, and it's romantic at the same time. It's very versatile. I mean, it's really a fantastic note for me. And here it's just done to perfection. Check this one out, Iris Cendré by Naomi Goodsir. And again, performance, it's not an issue here. The next fragrance, this is from the house of Francesca Bianchi. I love Francesca Bianchi fragrances. And this one actually was also released last year, just like Vetiver Gris. I mentioned on one of my previous videos that this one was, in my opinion, one of the best releases of last year. But I think this is, since it was released, it kind of fell under the radar, in my opinion. and it deserves more attention. It is Byzantine Amber. Extrait de Parfum. This is a 30 ml. This one is an animalic, leathery amber fragrance. It's so good. Really, it's an overdose of labdanum, lots of resins, lots of incense, balsamic qualities, and heavy dose of leather, like an animalic leather. Absolutely love this one. Very intense, very opulent, and it has this Francesca Bianchi DNA, which is this buttery orris with resins and animalic nuances. It's amazing. Absolutely love this amber. And if you are into ambers, if you are into more daring fragrances, I think this one is definitely one that you should try. This is not the most daring fragrance from Francesca Bianchi, but it's up there. It's really fantastic. Absolutely love this one. Great animalic amber, Byzantine Amber by Francesca Bianchi. And last but by no means least, this is from House of Les Indemodables. Currently, I would say that it's one of my favorite niche brands. All of their perfumes are high quality. All of them. Might not be the most unique, groundbreaking perfume brand, but I mean, it's definitely one of the most high quality. It's the brand that has the most high quality perfumes being made nowadays. At least it's how they smell to me, and in my experience. And this one specifically, I consider to be the best rose fragrance nowadays. It's Rose de Jamal. And Les Indemodables has, I think their more popular perfume is currently Vanille Havane, which is, I mean, I completely understand that, and I think it's really worth the hype. I love Vanille Havane, this beautiful tobacco with chocolate and vanilla. I mean, just to die for it. Very natural smelling perfume. And this one is a natural smelling rose. This is like a fresh minty rose, red rose. Amazing. This goes like in a vein of Lyric Man by Amouage, but I slightly prefer this one because of the rose in here. It's so vivid, and it's just so enveloping. I mean, the moment you smell this, you just picture yourself in a garden of red roses. It's that realistic and that good. And I love like this minty quality. I don't know if they are mentioning mint as an official note, but I think not. But this definitely has like a fresh minty quality into it that really adds softness, and it's really invigorating to smell this. While Lyric Man, you have lime and bergamot. Here it's more of a mint quality, like an herbal, fresh, minty accord. Man, it's what I smell, what I detect, and it's to die for. It's really to die for, man. I love this one. This is really the best rose in the game currently. Check this one out if you have yet to. Rose de Jamal by Les Indemodables. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below what are some of the most underrated niche brands. Niche and designer, you can also talk about designer, underrated designer perfumes. I would love to read your list. Maybe there is some hidden gems for me also to discover. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, guys, and see you in the next video. Ciao.